Rico's beginning. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by tall green trees and wide, rolling hills, there was a little robot named Rico. He wasn't like the other robots in the world. His body was made of shiny silver metal, and his eyes sparkled with soft blue light. But what made Rico special wasn't just his shiny metal body. Inside, he had a heart that glowed with warmth and kindness. It wasn't a normal heart made of gears and wires, but a special heart that made him feel love for everyone he met. Lucas worried as Rico walked through the village. He saw many people working hard. Some were selling bread, while others were busy in the fields. But no one seemed to notice the little robot with the glowing heart. Rico didn't mind. He knew that someone would need his help soon. He soon spotted a young boy sitting alone on the ground. His name was Luca. He had dark brown hair and big, sad eyes. Rico walked over and asked gently, "Why are you sitting here all alone?" Luca looked up at the robot, wiping away a tear. "I tried to climb the big tree over there," he said, pointing to a tall oak. "I wanted to show my friends how high I could climb, but I fell. Now, I'm too scared to try again." They all laughed at me. Rico reached out a small hand, and instead of just offering help with his mechanical strength, he shared with Luca a warm feeling of courage and friendship. Luca felt braver, as though his fear was melting away. With a deep breath, Luca stood up. "Okay, Rico, I'll try again." He ran toward the tree, a smile on his face. Rico watched proudly as Luca began climbing the tree, higher and higher. "Thank you, Rico," Luca called down from the top of the tree. "You helped me find my courage." Rico's heart glowed brighter than ever as he waved goodbye to Luca, happy that he could help someone find the courage to try again. Maria's burden after helping Luca, Rico continued walking through the village. He came across a woman named Maria, who was carrying a heavy basket full of vegetables. Maria was strong, but the basket was so big and heavy that she was having trouble carrying it. "Excuse me, Maria," Rico said kindly. "Can I help you with that basket?" Maria looked at the little robot and smiled. "Oh, thank you, Rico. I don't want to trouble anyone, but this basket is far too heavy for me to carry alone." Maria smiled brightly. "Thank you so much, Rico. You have such a kind heart." Together, they walked to each of her neighbors' homes, delivering the vegetables and fruits. Every time they handed a basket to someone, Rico felt like his heart grew a little bigger. Helping others made him feel happy inside. Amara's lost cat. As Rico continued his journey, he saw a little girl sitting on a porch, her face covered in tears. Her name was Amara, and she had dark eyes full of worry. Rico approached her and asked softly, "Amara, why are you crying?" Amara looked up and sniffled. "I lost my cat, Mimi. She always follows me everywhere, but today, she ran off, and I can't find her anywhere. I'm so scared something happened to her." Rico's heart sank. "Don't worry, Amara. Mimi is probably just hiding somewhere. I'll help you find her." Amara wiped her eyes. "You would do that for me?" "Of course," Rico said. "I'll help you search for Mimi. We can do it together." They walked around the village, calling out for Mimi. Rico used his bright blue eyes to scan the area, looking behind bushes and under trees. Amara ran ahead, calling her cat's name. Yara's brother. One day, Rico set out on a new adventure to a village far away. After many days of walking, he finally arrived at a small village nestled between green hills. There, he met a young girl named Yara, who sat by the river, looking very sad. "Hello, Yara," Rico said, sitting next to her. "Why do you look so sad?" Yara looked at him with tears in her eyes. "My brother, Omar, is very sick. I've tried everything I can think of to help him, but he's getting weaker and weaker. I don't know what else to do. I feel so helpless." Rico's heart filled with sympathy. "I'm sorry to hear about Omar. Sometimes, when someone we love is sick, it's hard to know what to do. But remember, just being there for him and showing him love is the most important thing you can do." Yara wiped her eyes. "I wish I could do more for him." The power of love. After helping Yara, Rico walked through the village, thinking about how many people he had helped on his journey. His heart felt full, not just because of the good things he had done, but because of the love he had shared. He realized that the more love he gave, the bigger his heart grew. Later, he met an elderly man named Dimi, who was sitting on a bench by the river. Rico sat down next to him, and they watched the water flow by in silence. "You've helped many people, Rico," Dimi said, after a while. "You have a heart that's full of kindness and love. It shines brighter than anything I've ever seen." A big heart makes a big difference, and so, Rico continued his travels. He helped people with big problems and small ones, always sharing the love in his heart. He made new friends everywhere he went, and every person he met was touched by his kindness. Word of the little robot with the big heart spread far and wide, and people started to share their own kindness, just like Rico had taught them. Rico realized that his heart didn't need to be big in size to make a big difference. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, could change someone's day and make the world a better place. And with that, Rico smiled to himself, knowing that his journey was far from over. There was always someone in need of kindness, and Rico would always be there to share his big heart. The end.